Hello and welcome. I have a real treat for you because we are at Stowford Leisure today and we are going to have a look at the awnings because this weekend they have an awning display, an awning show. So there will be a lot of gear to look at. I can't wait to show you around. So give this video a like, stick around and we will see what they prepared for us. If it's your first time here, a warm welcome. My name is Kat and since 2018 I've been living on wheels and working on a caravan inside, and this is the content of my videos. Let's start with this one. It's the Rima Quick and Easy Air Awning and it's the cheapest awning on display. And look, isn't that clever? If you are short of pegs or need to secure your awning, you can use an aqua roll. Very clever. So this is a small air awning, very spacious, nice and light, a huge window here, and this is what you can open, so it could be your door as well. There are curtains, that's always a good idea, there are blinds, and there are no poles. So look, this is your main, let's say, air structure, air pole. What are they called? Ooh, probably you will tell me. What are these called? Tubes, air poles? Tell me, let me know in the comments if you know what they are called. So these come in 4 sizes and prices start at 270 for the smallest up to 458. Oh, these are actually the show prices. These are on offer, 10% off. So if you thought that an awning is a cheap thing to buy, it's not. And pay attention, yeah, they are quick and easy. You know, practical, will give you a shelter in no time. But this is not fabric, this is more like plastic. So I wouldn't recommend something like that on a seasonal pitch because that will probably not last the whole season. But if you do short trips, if you just need something for a weekend and you don't want to faff with poles, which are very heavy, this may work for you. Let's have a look at this one. This is also an air awning. This is a Van Gogh Balletto. This is really nice and it looks more substantial to me, more robust, and this is something that we see on seasonal pitches. Our neighbors had a similar awning and this lasted a few years, and you can see it's made from different material. This is fabric which you can clean, you can reproof, you can do stuff with fabric, and unfortunately plastic just perishes in the sun. So let's have a look inside and I will get dry. It's raining, but nothing will stop me from filming for you. So, oh, interesting ceiling. Never seen such a pattern on a ceiling. Curtains, very nice. Again, air awning, no poles. Have you had an air awning? We've never had one. I don't know how it will work on a seasonal pitch. Because we are on a seasonal pitch and we live in our caravan for most of the year and we keep our awning out and up for most of the year, we always trusted steel more than air. But I bet when we ask a very kind man working here, Roger, when we ask Roger, he will explain what are the benefits of an air awning. So this is something new for me, really. I wonder if it's a good solution for a seasonal pitch. So we will see what Roger says. Oh, this is something I heard of, you know, this type of ceiling. This is really good because that's really good for insulation, and I think it protects you from damp, from moisture, from excessive moisture. You can take it off and wash it. You could even insulate the whole thing. This is a really clever idea. Like double ceiling, which, you know, protects you, gives you a bit of protection, a bit of insulation. Brilliant. First time I actually see something like this. This is the smallest size, Balletto Air 200, and moving to the biggest one, Balletto Air 390. The price goes up as well. This is the price for the biggest one, and it's quite interesting that air awnings are not light. I always thought that they are lighter than poled awnings, but look at the weight. It comes in 2 bags. The awning comes in 2 bags and one is just over 15 and the other one is over 14 kilograms. Actually, about 30 kilograms in 2 bags, if you think of the biggest one. So in terms of weight, they are quite heavy things, which hopefully mean they are robust. Wonderful weather here at the awning show, and we are moving to the next one, and the rain will not dampen my spirit. I hope you will give this video a like and appreciate my sacrifice. So here is the next awning. It's a Dometic All Seasons size 16. Oh, this is a full awning. This is what I like. This one seems very spacious. Well, it's a full awning, a full air awning with beautiful curtains. And the mesh, nice, so that will protect you from insects. You can have this window open, enjoy the fresh air, but no mosquitoes inside. By just looking at it, I don't really see anything interesting about this awning. I don't see any fantastic features. It's a huge air awning which you can use during all seasons. What's the price for this unit? Ooh, and that's special offer, size 16. But we want some excitement from this pitch, so let's have a little nosy in the Caravan, which is Bailey Pegasus Grande GT75. Ooh, a slight change of topic. A new Caravan with an island bed, and you know, it seems so much smaller than our Fendt. Nice, but not as spacious. Look, from here, because you've got the bathroom in the middle of your Caravan, it actually covers a lot of space. And okay, you've got your shower, which is lovely, and your toilet, but this bathroom in the middle really makes the whole space a bit claustrophobic for me. But it's still a lovely Caravan, very pretty. Would you mind having this? Who knows, maybe one day when we are a huge channel, extremely popular, we will be giving these away as presents for our viewers. Would you like that? You are watching it at home, you know, probably sipping a cup of tea or a coffee, and I'm here in the rain, so I think it's time to move inside the shop and have a look at their indoor display, which I hope will be very interesting. Hopefully we will not see the days when people camp indoors. It looks and feels like a campsite under the roof. It's really lovely, and what a beautiful idea, what a great idea to pitch the awnings here in the dry and in the warmth. And look, we have some shrubs, we've got some trees, even a bit of laundry. This is a perfect place to leave my jacket to dry a bit. And let's have a look. Let's have a look. I wonder if we are going to find any poled awnings. Are all awnings now air awnings? Is the time of poled awnings over? Oh no, there it is. Look, trusty steel. This is my kind of stuff. I don't know. I may be a bit prejudiced against air awnings, but you know, steel is steel, especially for a seasonal pitch when you live in a Caravan for most of the year. So let me know your opinion, if you maybe prefer air awnings and why. Dorima, that's a really popular brand. We see a lot of Dorima awnings on our seasonal pitches on the site. So they must be really good, you know, since 1987. So a company with history and, you know, proper fabric. Pay attention when you choose your awning, especially for a seasonal pitch. When you want to use your awning all year round, make sure you choose something made from fabric and not from plastic. So this is really nice, spacious, full awning with beautiful curtains. This is another cool feature of awnings. I don't think we have any on display today, but you can buy an annex. So if a full awning is not enough for you, you can add an annex on the side, and these annexes just zip into the window panel. So instead of a window, you could have an annex, which could be your extra storage or an extra bedroom space. Another porch awning from Dorema. These are really nice. An advantage of a porch awning is that you can take it with you when you change your van, because a porch awning could be fitted really to most of the caravans. Just bear in mind where you have your windows on your wall, because you don't want to obscure the windows. But as long as you fit them between the windows, they will be fine. So this is a huge advantage of a porch awning over a full awning, because you buy a full awning according to the size of your van. And when you change a van, the awning may be too big or too small. So, in the long run, if you don't intend to keep your van for very long, a porch awning could be a good idea. I don't think I've seen one of those before. This is an air windbreak. It seems that everything these days is filled with air. Oh, air brake. £324, okay. Would that last on a seasonal pitch? How long? Would squirrels and birds be interested? Would wildlife try to bounce on these? Interesting. Isabella awnings. This is like an Isabella corner here. We have a few Isabellas, and this is like a Rolls Royce among awnings. We see them. Oh, that's quite interesting. What's the purpose of this? Is this to air your bedding or cushions? Well, maybe you will tell me. What's the purpose of this mesh? So, Isabella awnings. Yeah, I remember when we first moved into a motorhome, we were dreaming of an Isabella awning, and they were so expensive. Well, they are quite expensive, but to us, in those years, those early years of living on wheels, Isabella was like a dream come true. And one of our early mistakes when we started to live on wheels, we bought one of those cheap awnings because we thought, oh, we want a new awning. And we got a cheap plastic awning which lasted a few months. So my tip to you would be, if you don't want to spend £2,000 on an awning, but you want a decent awning, choose a brand like Isabella or Dorema and choose a second-hand awning, which will probably set you back at maybe £500. It's still a good deal. If it's only been used for one season, it's been used lightly, it's almost like new. Honestly, people pay £2,000 or £1,500 for a new awning, and if they've only used it for a season and you can get it for a few £100s, it's still a very, very good deal. And trust me, it's better to invest in a second-hand awning of a decent manufacturer, of a decent brand like Isabella or Dorema, than buy something that is new, but it will not last very long. It's quite interesting that in the Dorema awning, you've got steel poles, and when you look in Isabella, these two awnings are the only awnings with poles I found on this display. When you look at Isabella's poles are made from something different, and God knows what it is. It is not steel, it is some kind of plastic, and it doesn't say in the leaflet what it is. So my question to you guys, if you've done your research, or maybe you have an Isabella awning with poles which look like this one, they look like covered in some rope or string, but sounds like plastic. Are they actually long lasting? Will they snap during a summer, winter or autumn storm? I would be very interested to know what's the material here. There is a huge choice of awnings to suit different budgets, different needs. So there are porch awnings, full awnings, air awnings, and steel poled awnings. Really, the world of awnings is super exciting, and So I hope you're enjoying this video. I will show you a few gadgets here in the shop, and hopefully we'll find Roger soon, because I would like to ask him what are the benefits of air awnings. Who knows, maybe I will be converted. And this is really good news, you know, this shop here, very near Mill Park campsite. We can drive here in less than 10 minutes probably. And they have loads of stock, prices are very reasonable. And in general, this is a place I recommend because the staff are super kind. They have loads of interesting gear and prices are very reasonable. That's why I always tell you to look after your cassette and keep it clean and in pristine condition, because if you want to replace just those two items, your cassette and your seat, that's the price. I'm with Roger here, who very kindly agreed to tell us a little bit about pole awnings and air awnings. So what are the uses of both and what are the recommendations? And which one is better?
Well, it all really depends on what sort of awning you require. If you want a quick and easy awning to put up, then air is probably the favourable thing, because it's really easy to slide onto the van, inflate, and you're done sort of within a couple of minutes. Downside of air, especially in the bigger awnings, is that they can be really quite heavy. So that's a consideration for sliding into the van and everything. But then if you're looking at something that's more of a permanently pitched awning, so like a seasonal awning, then our recommendation is that probably poles are better. Because a little bit like with air, there's a little bit of maintenance to do. You do need to check the pressure in it every now and again. So if you're away from your van for a little while and the awning should go down for some reason, it's a little bit like a car tyre analogy. Every now and again you need to check the pressures in it, so
pump it up
and keep it pumped up. So it does really come down more to your usage of the awning. So like I say, porch awnings, quick and easy, weekend type stuff, then air is very good. But if you want something that's a little bit more robust, going to stay up for a little bit.
Yeah, especially
more,
on a seasonal pitch.
Especially on a seasonal pitch. So I really recommend air on a seasonal pitch. There are air out awnings out there which will do seasonal. We've got the fabric and stuff for it.
Like Dometic, all seasons.
Yeah, Dorema do them. And several other manufacturers, but like I say, it's that if you're not going to be with your awning very, very often, you just need to
trust
be aware
the steel.
of that.
And even with poles, because I heard that Isabella awnings come with 3 different types of poles.
Yes, they do. So they do sort of like a touring pole, which would be a carbon fibre pole, so a little bit lighter weight. Then if you want something a little bit stronger, they do a steel pole. The Xenox pole, and then for the proper seasonal pitch awnings, they do what we class as a mega frame, which is a lot more sturdy, got more fixings on it to secure it and everything. So, so yeah, it's deciding what your awning is, the purpose of its use, and then deciding then which way you'd like to go.
And then what's your budget as well.
And what your budget is, exactly.
And sky's the limit here, isn't it?
It certainly is, yes.
Thank you very much.
We've got an awning for everybody.
Yeah, thank you very much, Roger.
No problem.
Thank you. What a lovely wrap-up of a video. This is a really nice place to be. I really enjoyed my visit here. It's not a sponsored episode, and Stowford didn't pay us to film here and say what I said. They kindly agreed for me, you know, to come here and see what they have and really be free to comment. A really nice shop. A really nice show. Shame about the weather, but that can't be guaranteed in the UK. So I really enjoyed myself. I hope you did as well. I hope you will comment this episode, give it a like, and I will see you in the next one. If you found this video interesting, have a look around my channel, see what else is happening here. I talk a lot about living in a caravan, about working on a campsite, about having a seasonal pitch. So these are the themes you will find in my videos. So if it sounds like your cup of tea, please subscribe, so this way you will never miss out on new content. So I will be saying goodbye from this lovely place, which is really like a Disneyland for caravan and camper lovers. And see the next video, which will be published on Wednesday afternoon and during the live stream on Sunday evening, 7 p.m. the UK time. Be here to chat with me from my caravan life. Thank you for watching. Take care and happy camping, whatever the weather.